Hello, my name is Mary Francis. I'm a student at Open University Malaysia. At present, I am pursuing a Master's Early Childhood program. Today's presentation is based on my assignment on childhood development theories, whereby I had to make an observation on a child's development. Child's development had to be closely studied and monitored in terms of physical, cognitive, social, emotional, and language. This observation was to be done as a holistic observation. Now, permission was obtained from the Caritas Kindergarten. First and foremost, I would like to share something with you about this kindergarten. I was quite impressed as the kindergarten rooms had big spacious place for the children to play around. They had lovely colorful carpets on the floor. The classroom was very clear. They had lovely colorful posters on the wall and a lot of reading materials around. So it seemed to make actually the children love being in the classroom. And now I was given the opportunity to observe children of 5-year-old. And there was one particular girl which caught my attention, whereby my observation was done on her pertaining to physical, emotional, language, cognitive, and speech development. And I will go through the first one, the physical development. Now, this girl's late name is Li Ming. Now, Li Ming was a very active girl. She was seen skipping and jumping during the break. She was able to balance herself on one foot. And when she was about to drop, she was able to balance back on her feet. And she loved hopping as well. Now, her action when she was hopping and jumping was smooth and controlled. Li Ming enjoyed skipping, as I said earlier. Li Ming's motor development seems to be in line with her age and the physical development progress. In terms of fine motor skills, Li Ming was able to, for example, tie a shoelace on her own without any difficulties. And she was also able to hold the pencil without any problems, and she was able to draw or color with no help from anyone. Now we'll go to the next development, which is the emotional development. Li Ming is very friendly with all the other children in the classroom. She was always seen smiling and being very friendly towards her classmates and always laughing. She always had a happy face. She waved at me during the observation, and she asked me what was my name, and she was actually excited to see me there. Now, however, I did notice a child who was sitting away from the whole class, just a little distance away. And Li Ming actually watched this girl, and she went up to this girl, held her hand and brought her up to her and made her sit close to her. And she asked the girl, "What is wrong? Why are you sitting on your own?" And she said, "Sit with me." And she held her hand. Li Ming was seen sharing and playing with the other children as well. Now I will move on to social development observations that was done on Li Ming. This is the age 5. Children start to make new friends, experience the formation of friendship, including with teachers and peers. Li Ming has a very close formation of friendship with all the other children and the teachers as well. The teachers seem to like her very much. She is a very bubbly person. She did show closeness to 2 of the other girls, whereby you could actually see her participate most of the time in play, in reading lessons or a group play, whereby she is most of the time with these two girls, she seems to be more comfortable with these two friends of hers. Okay, let's move on to the cognitive development. Now, Li Ming loves to participate in class. She is very happy. You can see full participation from her during class. And she's always the first one to put up a hand. And whenever a teacher questions, she's the first one to say, "Teacher, let me answer." She's always enthusiastic. And she was able to express herself by speaking up when responding to teachers' questions and being able to follow the sequence of the lessons through. She was able to differentiate between right and wrong. There was an instance where she actually made a mistake on her book. She stood up, she went up to the teacher and said, "Teacher, I made a mistake." Now, she was able to distinguish the difference between right and wrong. And that gave her an opportunity to clarify with the teacher the correct answer. Now, Li Ming's speech is easily understood by her classmates and the teacher. And in fact, even I was able to understand, and I was sort of intrigued when she could speak in perfect sentence and clearly, and she speaks calmly as well. She is able to count up to 20 during maths lesson, and Li Ming has also a tendency when she is reading out loud to move her body or to laugh out loud. And Li Ming has no problems in following instruction and reading out loud. During play, she shares her toys, which has been given by the teachers. Now, another observation which was seen in Li Ming is when a teacher asks questions to the whole class and another child is picked up to give an answer, Li Ming speaks the answer to herself. So she knows the answer, but she tells it to herself to reassure that she does know the answer to the questions. So, the observations I made on Li Ming today was good, as I was able to do it in person in a classroom instead of reading out from a book, whereby something which you see in person, or you see it with your eyes, you're able to understand and understand the difference or the process in which the child's development occurs. And I'm glad that I did this observation because it gives me a bigger picture and more knowledge as to how to look at the child's development. And with this, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you and good night.